welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a pretty unique document,
Right.
a personal year in review from 2024.
All right.
It was written in Spanish,
Interesting.
and the title is Testamento del Año 2024 IA, which translates to Testament of the Year 2024 AI.
Okay.
So right off the bat, we get a sense that
Yeah. Oh,
this person is interested in technology,
definitely.
but it's also a window into someone's life and values. It's
Absolutely.
kind of like we're peeking into a time capsule and
Yeah.
seeing how this one person saw the year unfold.
It is fascinating.
We don't know the author's name,
Oh.
but we know that he is a university professor.
Okay.
And he's clearly very passionate about his family, education, and as the title suggests, the power of AI, his love for his family, is evident throughout the document.
Yeah.
He speaks with so much pride about his wife, Lillian. She's a retired accountant,
Okay.
and he has 5 sons.
5 cents. Wow.
Oscar Javier, a doctor. Carlos Daniel, an electronic engineer. Juan Sebastian, an industrial engineer. Mateo Santiago, who just graduated from medical school.
Wow. Congratulations to Mateo.
And Hermes Daniel,
Yeah.
who chose a career in business administration.
It sounds like a very successful family.
Yeah, you can really sense how proud he is of their accomplishments.
Hmm.
He even talks about how Mateo graduating was one of the highlights of his year.
That's lovely.
But what I find really fascinating
Yeah.
is how he connects this love for his family
Okay.
with his professional pursuits, particularly his interest in AI.
Hmm.
He doesn't see AI as some separate field of study. He sees it as a tool
That's too.
to enhance his teaching
Okay.
and empower his students. He even describes this aha moment he had, where he realized AI could really personalize education,
Personalized education.
tailoring it to individual students' needs and learning styles.
That's an interesting concept.
So it's not just about giving every kid a tablet instead of a textbook.
Right.
He's talking about using AI tutors to provide personalized feedback to help students overcome their unique challenges and really reach their full potential.
That's a powerful idea.
It's pretty incredible, right?
It is.
He goes even further. He talks about these immersive learning environments
Okay.
where students could experience history firsthand through virtual reality
Oh, wow.
or delve into complex scientific concepts through interactive simulations.
Hmm.
He wants to make learning engaging, experiential, and most importantly, inspire a deeper love of learning in his students.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, it's a far cry from the lecture halls that many of us are used to.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like he's fundamentally reimagining the entire education system with AI at its core.
With AI as the driving force.
But it makes you wonder, what specific advancements in AI is he most excited about?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, what has caught his attention? What's really grabbed him?
So before the break, we were talking about his plans to
Yeah.
actually integrate AI into his teaching.
One thing to theorize about it,
Right.
but he seems determined to put these ideas into action.
He is. He really is.
So he's actually building an AI-powered platform for his students.
Wow.
He's describing a system that creates these personalized learning paths.
Okay.
It adapts to each student's strengths and weaknesses
Yeah.
and their learning styles.
So it's like a custom-tailored education for every student.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's a totally different approach
Yeah.
than the one-size-fits-all model we see in most schools.
Yeah.
But what about the role of teachers?
That's a good question.
And where do they fit into all of this? He talks about the importance of human oversight.
Right.
So how does he see the role of teachers evolving?
Well, he believes that teachers will become more like mentors
Okay.
or facilitators,
Guiding students through these personalized learning journeys.
Exactly.
So they're not replaced by AI,
Right.
but they're empowered by it.
Exactly. They can use these tools to really unlock the potential of each student.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
But I do have some concerns.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, what about students who don't have access to this technology?
That's a valid point.
And what about the ethical consideration?
Oh, absolutely.
Using AI to shape young minds is a big responsibility.
It is.
He does acknowledge those concerns.
Okay, good.
He talks about the need for equitable access,
Right.
making sure that all students can benefit from these AI tools,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of their background or socioeconomic status.
Yeah, we don't want to create a system where AI widens the gap between the haves and have-nots.
Exactly. He also delves into the ethical implications. the need for transparency and accountability in how these AI systems are developed and used.
That's so important.
It's not just about embracing the technology without question.
Right.
It's about using it thoughtfully,
Yeah.
ethically,
Yeah.
and always putting the students first.
Absolutely. The students should always be at the center of it all.
Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about his personal life. He spends a lot of time in this testament reflecting on his family and his struggle to find a good work-life balance. It's clear that he loves his family very much.
He does.
He talks about Lillian and his sons with so much warmth and affection. He even shares some funny stories about family life.
Oh, I love those.
Like the time his son, Mateo, tried to teach their dog how to code.
That's hilarious.
It's those little glimpses into his personal life that make him feel so relatable, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
He's not just some AI expert. He's a husband, a father, a person trying to figure out life just like the rest of us.
He's a real person.
And it's really inspiring to see how he brings his personal values into his professional work.
In what way?
He doesn't just see AI as a tool for innovation.
Right.
He sees it as a way to create a better future for his kids and for generations to come.
So his love for his family is actually fueling his passion for AI.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
It's just driving him to use this technology to make a positive impact on the world.
To make the world a better place.
I'm struck by his optimism
Yeah, me too.
in a world that can feel so negative sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
He seems to genuinely believe in the power of technology to solve problems
Right.
and to make life better for everyone.
He's hopeful.
He is. And his optimism isn't naive.
Right.
It's grounded in his deep understanding of AI
Okay.
and his profound love for humanity.
So he's not blind to the challenges.
No, he's not. But he chooses to focus on the potential, on the possibility of using AI to create a world where everyone can thrive.
It's a powerful message.
It is. His testament reminds us that technology is a reflection of our values and aspirations. It's up to us to shape it, to make sure it benefits humanity.
That's right. We have the power to guide it.
And it's inspiring to see someone who's actually working towards that goal.
It is. It's really inspiring.
Before we move on to the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to touch on something that I think is really central to his story, the idea of lifelong learning.
Lifelong learning.
He talks about it a lot
Yeah.
in relation to both AI and just life in general.
So it's a core value for him.
Absolutely. He believes that learning shouldn't end when you finish school. It should be an ongoing process.
It should never stop.
Right. It's a way to stay engaged with the world, to adapt to new challenges.
And to stay relevant.
And that's where AI comes in.
Okay. How so?
He sees it as a tool that can facilitate lifelong learning.
Right. By making knowledge more accessible.
Yes, and more personalized.
Mhm.
It can help us keep up with the rapid pace of change.
And adapt to whatever the future throws our way.
He envisions a future where AI empowers us to become lifelong learners.
That's exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
And it really speaks to his belief in the transformative power of education.
We've covered so much in this deep dive.
I know, it's incredible.
From the specifics of his work with AI to his thoughts on family and education.
And the future of humanity.
It's been quite a journey.
But we've only scratched the surface of this remarkable testament.
There's still so much to explore.
So when we come back for the final part, we'll delve into those unexplored depths.
We'll see what other treasures we can uncover.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been spending some time with this fascinating testament from a university professor, a man clearly passionate about his family, education, and the incredible potential of AI.
It's been a great conversation.
It has.
We've talked about his plans to use AI in his own classroom,
Right.
but I'd love to hear your thoughts on the bigger picture. What does his vision mean for the future of education as a whole?
Well, he's certainly not afraid to think big. He really believes that AI could revolutionize the way we learn,
Yeah.
make it more personalized, more engaging, and ultimately more effective.
One of the things that really struck me was this idea of moving away from a one-size-fits-all model of education and using AI to create these truly personalized learning experiences.
He talks about AI algorithms that can analyze each student's learning style,
Right.
their strengths and weaknesses, and then create a customized learning plan for them.
Like having a personal AI tutor for every student.
Exactly.
Amazing.
It's pretty mind-blowing, right?
It is.
And he even imagines AI systems that can sense a student's emotional state,
Wow.
offer encouragement when they're feeling stuck or frustrated.
That's incredible.
Imagine a system that knows when a student is struggling
Right.
and can adjust the pace or offer a different explanation, or even just suggest taking a break.
That could be so helpful for students who might get lost in a traditional classroom.
Exactly, but part of me wonders if he's being a bit too optimistic.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
mean, are there challenges that he might be overlooking?
Well, he does talk about the potential downsides.
Okay, good.
He stresses the importance of making sure everyone has equal access to these AI tools,
Right.
not just students from wealthy backgrounds.
We've seen how technology can sometimes make inequality worse,
Hmm.
so that's a really important point.
It is.
He also talks about the ethical implications,
Of course.
making sure these AI systems are being used responsibly.
It's a huge responsibility.
It is. We need to understand how these algorithms work, and
Right.
what data they're using.
Transparency is key.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about blindly adopting the technology.
No, it's about using it thoughtfully and ethically, with the best interests of the students at heart.
The students should always come first.
Always.
Which brings us back to one of the core themes of his testament.
The human element.
Exactly.
He's obviously passionate about AI,
He is?
but he never suggests that teachers will become obsolete. In fact, he believes that AI can actually empower teachers.
How so?
It can free them up from a lot of the tedious tasks.
Okay.
Grading, lesson planning, things like that.
So they can spend more time on the things that really matter.
Exactly, like fostering critical thinking and creativity,
Mhm.
building relationships with their students.
He sees teachers becoming more like mentors and guides,
Yeah.
using AI to enhance their teaching, but never losing sight of that human connection.
I think there's a broader lesson here, too.
I think so too.
It's not about technology replacing human connection. It's about using technology to deepen those connections,
To make them more meaningful.
to create new opportunities for understanding and collaboration.
This testament has given us so much to think about.
It really has.
It's challenged our assumptions about the future of education, sparked our imaginations,
And reminded us of the incredible power of human ingenuity and compassion.
and the importance of never stopping learning.
Well said. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. This professor's story is a powerful example of what's possible when we combine passion, curiosity, and a willingness to embrace new ideas.
It's inspiring.
It is. He encourages us to be lifelong learners, to stay curious, and to never stop exploring new possibilities. And maybe most importantly, he reminds us that technology is just a tool. It's up to us to use it wisely and ethically to create a better future for everyone. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
It's been a pleasure.